Hi everyone, it's Nancy. We're going to start our tea journal, and I promised you I'd show you my new teacup for the season. I have a small collection. I don't have a lot, but I could not resist this pretty teacup with spider webs and spiders around it. Look at that little guy there. Isn't it cute? So this is my fall teacup that I will be having my tea out of. And I told you I'd tell you a few quick teas that I recently got on vacation. A pumpkin chai latte tea, a cider house blend, and this one is a fireside spice oolong tea. And these are all, I believe, this one is not, the pumpkin chai is not caffeine free, but the other ones are. And this is from spiceandtea.com. This was a little shop in South Carolina. So I love trying different teas and blends and, making my own teas. So I promised I would show you that. So I'm going to put this to the side so I don't break it. So I wanted to get started on a few things. There's our journal. Here it is. Okay. I am going to show you how to make a real pretty paper clip for this kit. For our journal. But I wanted to tell you about another kit I use. This is a kit I've had, and so I wanted to tell you. It's Tea and Roses from Amy Joy Studios on Etsy. And Amy Joy has a beautiful digitals, and this tea digital is really, really pretty. That would be real nice in here as well. And I think she has a 60% off on her kits right now. So this Tea and Roses kit is nice. And this ephemera page is from that. So what I did is I took this ephemera page and I printed it two to a page. And this is the image here that I want to use for our paper clip. So if you don't have this kit or you're not, interested to buy a kit, look for an image about maybe like 1 by 2 or 1 by 1.5, just some small image that we're going to use. You could even, if you have a stamp of a teacup, like this one here, I have a stamp of a teacup, or another thing, you could go on Graphics Fairy, and they have real pretty images of teacups, and I know I have it here. Oh, I'm going to show you. There was a tea image. We're going to do this teacup here. It's so pretty, and this is right off graphicsfairy.com. And so you could download that and print these out, but I'll show you what we'll do with those in a minute. So I thought maybe we'd get started first on the paper clip. And we're going to make it similar to the one we did in the previous journal. So I want to get a piece of, I'm just not prepared here. Another piece of the tea-dyed paper, the Louisa Heinzel. Hold on one second, I'm going to get it, because I wasn't prepared here. Sorry about that. So I took a piece of the tea-dyed paper here, the Louisa Heinzel's. We're going to cut a piece 2 inches by 4 inches. Okay, so let me do that. I'm going to cut this at 4. And you can use anything you want. And I'll cut this at 2. Okay, so we want a 2 by 4 piece of any design, whatever you want to use or whatever you have. And then what we're going to do, and I'm reaching over here again. Yeah, I'm just not prepared here, am I? I'm looking for my little paper clip. My paper clip and my punch. So we have this page here. So what we want to do is fold it in half. Okay. And then I'll give it a crease here. Okay. And then get yourself some trim. Any kind of a trim you have, or a lace. And I'll show you, we're going to dress up this paper clip a little here. That we're going to need, and we need our glue, some glue here. And so we have this piece here. And what we're going to do is decide which side you want in the front here, and in the back part towards the middle, just on the one end, we're going to just do a little bit of a punch in there. Can you see that? Let me get a piece of white paper so you could see it. So I just made a little divot there, and that's just to hide the paper clip. So you want to put your paper clip on with the smaller end on the inside, and then the bigger end on the outside for your paper clip. And see, when you pull that down, it just kind of sets right back in there, okay? Now, before we glue this, and this will be our back, before we glue this, I want you to take some trim and cut 2 pieces of trim the length of this piece of paper here that we're using. So just kind of eyeball it there and cut 2 pieces of your trim like that, and another piece. I mean, you can use seam binding, lace, ribbon, whatever you have. And so what we're going to do is we're going to glue this on the inside here, and then we will glue our paper clip shut as well. So we're going to put some glue on here all over, but we want to encase that trim in there, okay? And it's just going to fancy up our paper clip. I'll show you. Okay, so I'm just going to lay this in here like that. So I want some of it sticking out. And then this side here, like that. And then we're going to close it up. Make sure your trim is even, nice. It's out there nicely. Okay. And then once you have it that way, we're going to hold this together with whatever you have, either another paper clip or some little clamps here. I get these at the Dollar Tree, these clamps here. We're just going to hold it there for a few minutes till the glue sets. And then while it's drying, I'm going to show you the image that I picked. And like I said, you might have an image, you might have a rubber stamp that you can stamp, color in and cut out if you don't have a kit that you can use. So remember what I said is I took this image here, this real pretty image here, and I printed 2 to a page. So it brought it down to this size here, and I cut around it. And if you can see, I put a little bit of glossy accents on the teacup and the teapot, okay? So we're going to use that. And I'm just going to grab a little bit of a sponge with my vintage photo on it here. Let me get that. And I'm just going to go around the edges here a little bit to kind of get it brown, vintagey, like a little brown on here. And the teacup with the teapot, kind of, it looks really nice. And then to further gussy it up, I have a little charm, a little pretty charm, the color of a tea. And then I have a eyelet, and I'm going to get my, let's see here, reaching over again in my bin, getting my eyelet setter here. So we're going to use the small hole, and I am going to punch a hole like right to the left of the teapot here, and then I'm going to, let me do that, okay, and then I'm going to set the eyelet in there. Okay, like that. Did I do it? Oh, okay, I did that. And let me put this down. And then we are going to hang this sweet little charm from here. So let me get my, yeah, I am not prepared today, am I, with my tools? I don't know, where did I put my jewelry tools? They're around here somewhere. I just don't see them. They're probably right in front of me here. Wow, isn't that funny? I thought I had everything out. Okay, well, if I knew where I put them, I'm so sorry. I guess I'm just not with it today. I don't know what it is. I misplaced. You should see my craft room. It's like Halloween and fall just kind of decided to move in this room with me, and I'm okay with it, but unfortunately when I can't find something, oh, I don't know where did I put my tools. Let me look in my jewelry box here. Maybe I did put them back in here, but I don't see them. All right, well, we don't want to waste any more time. So when I do find it, you'll see it in the next video. So what we're going to do, I will open this up, and still looking around my here. Okay. No. Okay. Anyway, I will open this up, and what we're going to do is hang this little charm from the eyelet here. So it's going to look like that, okay? So this should be set. So let me take this off and then put that down. And I'm going to put this on here. And I'm going to use little adhesive foam dots, okay? So if you have something like that, I want you to get like some foam dots out, which I'm getting right now as I'm speaking. Thought I had some of those out. Boy, I apologize. I am not ready here. But anyway, I have some foam dots here, and I'm going to put some on the back like that. And we're going to put this on our clip. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope you're excited about this project. I am. It's really fun. Okay, so make sure your paper clip is facing the way you want it. And we're going to put this right about here, kind of down so that dangle will come off, will dangle off like that. And then, like I said, I will open this up and hang this from here, and then we have our paper clip, and I already have one done, so let me show you the finished one. And because this one I do have done, I have one done, so you can see how I added the little charm to the paper clip, and I thought it looked really pretty on the front of the journal here. I mean, you can decorate the front of the journal how you would like, but I thought this little paper clip hanging off the front, I thought that looked really pretty. So I hope you like that, okay? So we made our paper clip, and you can also make a couple of them to go throughout the journal. That would be fine. And so I wanted to show you on the inside, I have my signatures. I do sew, so I did sew some pages and some pockets just to add some something decorative on there. I kind of went through and just kind of stitched some of the papers. So so I just kind of wanted to show you. You don't have to do that if you don't want to, but I thought the other thing we can do is to do some stamping on some pages. So I looked through my stamps, and I did find a couple. I found some leaf stamps. So I have like this oak leaf here, and then I have like a smaller leaf here, and then I have this little tiny teacup. I don't know where I got this from. It's all by itself. It might have been like a free thing that came with something. And then I have some like a green and this one's called copper clay, like a brown And I thought maybe we could do a little bit of stamping on some of the pages, so you don't have to sew. You can just take a pen and make marks. You can take stamps. So let's just, I'm going to take out the first signature out of here. And this is our first page, so I thought, well, it might be nice to put like a leaf here for now. So I'm going to just take this out, and I'm going to use my brownish ink. And remember, when you stamp, it doesn't have to be perfect. It could be just a rough stamp. This one, this is a new stamp pad, so it's super juicy here, so I got to be careful. And I thought that would be kind of pretty to just stamp a leaf here, maybe like this way. Let's see how that turns out. And I'm not worried about how it turns out because it's just going to be rustic. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? Yeah, that looks nice. So just something like that for now. And then, you know, we will decorate some pages. Maybe, now this is a pocket. I have an idea for this. And we have some stitching here. If you want to put something there, you can. You can always go back and add stamping. It's fine. And maybe, let's see, maybe a stamp on the back of this here. Or maybe I'll put a green, a green leaf here against this would be real pretty. Let's see how that works. So yeah, think of your rubber stamps if you have any. And if you don't, and then we can do like a second generation stamp. You know, I don't know if you're aware, you know, like first generation is when you stamp on the ink pad and you stamp directly on the paper. And the second generation is when you ink up the stamp, but stamp off on a piece of paper. And then now you're going to do your second generation stamp. Should be a little lighter. See how that looks? And that looks really pretty. So if you know how to do that, that's real nice too. All right, we move that to the side. We can always add more. Let me grab the second signature now. Just kind of doing some base decorating here on pages. This page here, maybe a green. And you can even have it coming down from the top too. We can do that. That looks pretty. And then I can just stamp it again too and see what comes of that. See, and then you still get a second generation like that too. And let's see what else we have. Now, even on this page here, if I wanted to stamp the little teacup, let's grab that and see what it does. I'll stamp it in that brown I have. Let's see how it comes out. I can stamp that right here even. Or no, maybe I'll go over here. I'll just go over here and do it. See how it looks. I've never used this one before. Oh, that's cute. That's super cute too. Little teacup. And I think I have a little bag that hangs out of that too, a stamp. But all right. That looks cute. And that. And we'll find some ephemera and things to put on the pages too. But I thought a few leaves would be nice. Maybe an oak leaf here on this page. Let's get that one again. Okay. Oh boy, this is such a juicy one here. Let me get this excess off. Okay. And you can even have this one coming down from the top. They don't all have to be on the bottom. That's pretty. Okay. That looks good. That's a pretty stamp. Yeah. Okay. And then, so that was our second signature. And then, okay, third signature, let's see what we want to do there. And that goes here. Maybe a green, maybe a green one here. And I stamped off to get like a lighter image. I like that. And then I did put, I have a Edith Holden book, so I did add some of her pages in this journal because I thought it just looks so nice with the herbs and the leaves and things. So I did take a couple of Edith Holden pages and put them in here. Look how pretty that one is. Yeah, perfect for fall. So let's see what else. And then we don't have to stamp everything. Oh, isn't that a pretty page? I love that. That's pretty. I think I'm going to put a leaf here. Green one. Yeah, I think I want to. Just coming down from here. Like that. To pick up that green, I like that. That's pretty. Okay. And for now, let's just leave it at that. Now let's flip over and go to the next signature. Take that out. We have another pocket. Sewn page. Middle. Maybe I'll put an oak leaf here. Okay, let's see how that goes. Maybe I'll put it straight down like this. Let's see. Okay, straight down. That looks good. That's pretty. I like that. Okay, for now that's good. And then the next signature was this one. Remember, I had this flip out here, and I had a piece of doily, and I just stitched it halfway, so we have a pocket here, okay? And then there, that's pretty. Another Edith Holden page here I have. We hoard it. You know, I've been hoarding that book, and it's like, I need to use it. I need to use it, so that's what I'm doing. Now here, I think I want to put the teacup right there maybe, because there's part of the teapot there, so let me get that inked up, and I think I'm going to put that right here, right about here. I like that. Okay, there's that. All right, for now, you know, we might go back. You can always go back and add, right? And then the last signature, let's see what we have here to do. That is right here. So, oh, that's pretty, just like that. I like that. Okay, and then I like how that shows there. So I don't think we need anything there. That looks good. We can put out maybe something here. Maybe the green leaf here. I like that. Okay. That goes here. We have another pocket. Oh, and now this flap here, I just stitched down the middle here, and we're going to, and you can do this in any of the signatures. You can do it in all the signatures. I just stitched the flap in the middle, and I'm going to glue the flap closed here on the top and on the bottom, and that's going to hold a couple tea bags. So if you have any flaps going on in your journal, you can glue or stitch down the middle here, and then I am gluing just across the top and the bottom. And then I'll show you, let that set for 1 second. Here's another flip we can do, maybe, and this is kind of plain here, so we definitely need something going on here. And I think I will put one more big leaf there. Okay, and I think I'll have it coming down here. So let's see how that goes. Okay, and that's fine if it's not perfect. I like that it's not perfect, so that gives a little something going on there. And then back to this here, what I meant for hanging on to tea. Here's another couple of my favorite teas: Tazo Vanilla Bean Macaron, and then Stash's Breakfast in Paris. It's like a black tea, but it's really, really, really nice. So these are, you know, you can tuck some tea in here, and that's why you can have them sticking out like that, you see. So I'm not going to keep these in for now because we're going to be working in here, but you can make a few of those tucks in here and there in your journal. Okay, so okay, we did some stamping. So now I wanted to show you, let me just close my stamp pads up. I want to show you some things we can do with tea bags. So I wanted you to, if you drink tea or if you have someone in your family that drinks tea, ask them to save you some of just put the tea bags aside for you, and then dry them, and then empty them out, and the tea comes out real easy. And then even if some tea is in there, it's fine. So, and you know, I've been watching videos from years ago on different things. People have different ideas on tea bags, what to use, but I do remember some in my head. And one was a lady, I don't know who she is, it's been so long I couldn't even tell you, but you can take some of your trims, like I had some of this I don't know, applique lacy long trim, and I cut little pieces of it out, and here's another piece here, and I just kind of took my sewing machine and made some stitching lines here and caught it on there. You don't have to, you can just glue it with your glue, and I thought that was pretty. And what you would do with that, if you can glue or sew some trim onto a tea bag, I thought it would be very pretty to put on a page. And we can always figure out what page we're going to put it on, but you would just like use some Mod Podge or the Tim Holtz Distress, what does he have? You know, the, oh, I can't even think of that, what it's called. Hold on, collage medium? Yeah, I think that's what it's called. You could, you know, we'll put it on, and it'll be a cute little work of art on your page. We can always figure out where to put one or two of these. So, and you can even put it on the cover. But I think it shows up better on a page. So just take a tea bag, look for some of your trims, either glue it on or sew it on, and then we'll have a couple of these to put in our journal. So that's one thing you can do with the tea bag. Another thing we're going to do is make some tea leaves. Now, this is easy. You don't need a pattern. I mean, I think we can all just cut out this type of shape. So let me show you how to do that. It's so easy. So what I did was I took another piece of tea bag and I folded it in half, and I'm just freehanding the shape of a leaf. So I'll just cut 2 at a time. You can make them any size you want. See, I'm just going like this. That's all I'm doing. And then I like that edge there. So now I hold them together. I need to make this one a little pointier here for myself. There we go. So what I did was I hold them together and I just kind of go with my scissors like this. Can you see? I just kind of get at the edges. Just kind of cut and pull, ever so gently. It's so easy. 1, 2, 3, and then we have leaves. Look at the leaves. I need to find a piece of white paper to show you closer. Let's see here. Can you see the leaves? Can you see the edges? How just by, using your scissors to make them jagged? So cut a bunch of those out of your tea bags, and we will glue them on pages too. So that's another thing to do with the tea bags. Just fold it in half, cut a leaf shape, and then go around with your scissors. Okay, so that's something else we're going to use in there. We'll decorate pages. Another thing I found, I have some trims here that I found, some ribbons and trims that I thought we could decorate some pages. We'll glue that on now. And then another thing, I found this image on the Graphics Fairy. If you go to graphicsfairy.com and type in teacups, you'll get a bunch of black and white image tea cups and saucers. So I thought this one was super pretty. So I printed it out in different sizes. I think this is like a wallet size, and then these are like littles. That's as small as I can get. So, and this is what I did with them. I just took my vintage photo, and I'll show you, we'll do it right now. I took my sponge applicator with my vintage photo, and before I cut them out, I just went over the whole image like this. So just kind of, and it really looks pretty, doesn't it? I really like how that looks. So I just kind of went over with my vintage photo, and even on the small ones, do the same thing. Kind of go around like that. And you can print yourself out a few of those. And then I just love how it looks. Like when you cut them out, this is what they look like. And they look really vintage, don't they? So we can use those throughout the journal as well. So just go on graphicsfairy.com. You'll see this image. Print it out in a few different sizes and rub some, vintage photo or walnut stain, whatever you have. Cut them out, and they're going to just be perfect in here. So I did that. And then what else do I want? Like I said, just have bits and pieces of laces and crochet, and then and then what else are we gonna do? So I guess we could glue some trim on first. And how we doing on time? Okay, I want to keep the video short so I don't take up too much of your time. I think we're kind of there already, but so get those pieces ready and get your signatures put together. After you did some stamping and or sewing, once you get your signatures to what you like, go ahead and stitch them in with a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. And it's real easy because you're only stitching like 4 pages per signature. So then your hand needle goes through really fast. It's like real easy. I don't want to do it on video because I get a little nervous and sewing, but find where you want to glue some trims. See, I've got like this trim here. This trim also, I believe I got from Honey Silk and Company. This just a ragged trim, and it's going to be perfect in this journal. So I have some of those cut already, and then I have some kind of burlappy ribbon that I thought would be pretty on some pages. So I have some of that cut. So I'm going to look through and kind of glue them on the edges of some pages, maybe on the edges of flips, maybe. When you have a flip in here, let's find one. You could, that would be pretty to even put one on the edge of the Edith Holden page, maybe. So I'm going to look through I think I stamped enough. You can always go back and stamp once it's sewn in as well. You can do that yet to do one little stamp, but look around, see where you want to put some long trim or ribbon. Cut out some tea bag leaves like I showed you here. And then if you can go to the Graphics Fairy and print out the teacups in different sizes and vintage them up with your vintage photo. And then we made the real pretty paper clip, and I really like how that looks on the front. Where's my front? But you, like I said, you can decorate the front of your journal how you want. But this here, oh, where's my finished one that I wanted to show you? So this, I think it just looks so pretty hanging from the front. I don't think that journal needs any more on the front. And so in the next video, we'll have our signatures already sewn in. We'll have all our little bits and pieces ready to go. And we're going to start decorating the pages with all the little pieces. And then I'm even going to show you we're going to take a couple big pieces of tea bag. And we're going to maybe use a Tim Holtz and another piece of some applique, and we're going to make some page decorations. And then we'll work on the other thing we're going to work on. We'll probably do the tags. We're going to work on the tea bags with the Tim Holtz. So if you have some pictures that you can print off, or if you have some of the Tim Holtz photos, we're going to make the tea bags just like Susie from Shabby Shoal did. Okay, so I'm going to keep this video short. I think I gave you a few things to get ready, and then in the next video we're going to start getting the ephemera made and decorating the pages, and that'll maybe a couple more videos and we'll be ready. Okay, so if you have any questions, write them down in the comments. I'll answer you, and thank you so much for watching, and have a blessed day. See you soon. Bye.